Welcome back. 2005 Chevy Silverado. We're going to be doing ball joints on this thing. And I already started by taking the wheel off. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brake caliper off, the brake pads out, and take this bracket off right here, which is bolts back here, one here, and then we'll get to the bracket bolts that hold the bracket on. Then we'll take the caliper off and go from there. Get down to getting this knuckle off. Unplug that whole thing for the ABS. Two 10mm, one for the brake hose bracket, and one more for the brake hose bracket. Take this and set it up here, out of the way. All right, next thing we're gonna do is take these brake pads out of here, which, it's pretty thin. About to need brake pads. Brake pads out. Now you can see the two 19s, one here and one up here. It's an 18. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take it off with the rotor on there. Forget taking the rotor off. We're going to take this off, take the axle nut off, take the ball joint, top and bottom off, and this, and just pull the whole thing together. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take off the tie rod end, which is this right here, bolt right here. Now, a few good smacks on this with a hammer, and it should come out. Should. Okay, well that one worked. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this nut right here, but not all the way. Ratchet wrench, 18mm. Go ahead and take this loose. But we're not going to take it off all the way like that. Then we're going to smack this, and it'll pop loose, but it'll keep it from popping all the way apart. See, it holds it a little bit. And you can take that apart. Then I take a pry bar or something in here, hold down on this while I let it out. Like so. Push your axle up in there a little bit. Hey, bottom ball joint time. 24 maybe. Yep. Okay, same thing. Back on just a tiny bit to catch it. Okay. Said screw you. Tilt this back up like this. Put this back like this just for a second to hold that. And then I can hit this from the back. You beat on it enough, it comes loose. So now we're going to get this back down. Take that back off. Get this all loose. Make sure this is out of here. Take the bottom nut off. And then the whole thing. It's kind of a pain with the axle in there. Oh. Yep, just like that.
You're not supposed to drop it though.
That's how you do it. You can drop it if you drop it easy. Next thing we're going to do is take the axle out. The axle is those bolts in there. There's 6 of them, 15mm that hold the axle on. We're going to take those off and get this axle out of here so it's not in our way when we go to use the ball joint press. Alright, now we have exposed the top of the ball joint. I'm going to get this dirt off of here and see, has it been replaced before? it looks like maybe it has, but I don't see a snap ring. So I don't know. Nope. Still got the marks on it. Original ball joints, 330,000 miles. Crazy. Now, they are shot. Okay, now that we got it cleaned up, if you look closely, you can see right here and right here, there's 4 of them. They're little marks that they deformed the metal to make it where it wouldn't slip out, which, slip out, that's hilarious. But you got to kind of knock those back to make it easier for the press to press it out. This chisel right here. And knock that back out of the way. All right, so here we are with the ball joint press. So what we're going to do is open it up. And then these are all the fittings. So this is pretty much how any press looks, a lot of them anyway, the good ones. But what we're going to do is we're going to find one of these adapters that fits underneath the ball joint, but not on the ball joint, on the lip next to the ball joint. You know, it's not very much of one, but you got to find one that fits, that's not actually pressing on the ball joint itself, but on the lip next to it. And then the other one presses straight down here and it presses it out the bottom. This one. Okay. So this one is actually perfect. It fits right around, but it doesn't hit the ball joint. So we're going to use this cup on the bottom. This cup up here. And you see it's got a hole in the bottom of the press. So when you put this on here, and then you put this on here, the ball joint can come down out the bottom. So now we got to find a fitting for here to press down on here. So we got the thing to press down in the middle. We got the bottom. You got to kind of hold everything together while you put it on there. And then you got to tighten this with an impact. You got to kind of, you can kind of see on the bottom where it's kind of next to the ball joint, it's not on it. And then the top is pressing here, and we're just going to give this thing some oomph. Okay, got some pressure on that thing. Now we're going to smack it. And there it went. Presses it right out the bottom. And there you go. Press it right out the bottom. And now we're going to take the new one, and it's just opposite. Now we're going to take the new ball joint. Ooh, pretty. What we're going to do is find a cup that fits right here on the bottom of this, and then one on the top that's too big. So it's just the opposite of what we did last time. I'm going to press that thing back up in there. Okay? It's a cup we used on the bottom. This is another piece that goes in here. Like this. Like this. Then you tighten this until it just starts to go in. You can see now that it just touched. And this is where having a good ball joint tool comes in play, because you don't want this to get crooked. If this starts in here crooked, you got to press it back out, and it's a problem. You want this to be straight in here and not go in like this or like this. This one looks like it went good, so we're going to give it a little bit of pressure. And since it was going good, I just kept going and it went right in. Having the right tools matters a lot. I cranked down on that pretty good once it got tight. Now we're loosening it up. And drop everything again. Okay. As you can see, that is pressed in there all the way, and there's room for a keeper to go on there, which is what we're going to do now. And the grease cert, and grease it. 90-degree grease cert. New cotter pin and new bolt for the bottom, or nut. And then this keeper that goes on here. Take this. Put it on there just like that. All right, everybody. That is pressing a new ball joint in on a half-ton Chevy. The last thing we got to do on this ball joint is put the boot on inside the cap. Put it up on here. Make sure this is straight. Make sure this goes up on here like this. The cup hammers that thing tight up on there. So now you just reverse, put your knuckle back on, put your axle back in, and hook everything back up. Ball joint change, half-ton Chevy Z71. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. And go buy some merch you see on there. Become a member. Support the channel if you like it. Subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.